A lot of Nigerians are waiting to see new development in Nigerian football because really that's the beautiful bride that holds us all together. Welcome you on the show, 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. We'll be looking at that first story where NFF are set to hold annual general meeting. Well, that's the main thing right now because a lot of people are waiting for election to come up. Before the elective Congress will be coming up, the annual general assembly must come up. Now it's going to be in August because elections are supposed to be in September. Nigerians are waiting to see the new development here. Will it actually hold as news actually started flying around just on Wednesday that Nigerian Football Federation sets to hold annual general meeting. In fact, they mentioned the date of 13 August, but we were waiting for this. Well, Jide Olushola is here. Let's talk sport.
Yeah, good evening. So good to be again.
Good one. Let's talk about this particular story. The news came out and it's been like, is it true or not or thereabout? But if truly the annual General Assembly will be holding by August, or either 13 or 4 or whatever, let it even hold. That's just the prayer of most Nigerians now because we want to see fresh air in our football.
Okay, when I saw that news yesterday about the NFF holding his Congress on August 13th, okay. As usual, I swung into action, made some few calls and everything. Traditionally, according to when such things are about to happen, state FA chairmen are supposed to receive mails from the NFF secretariat that so and so is going to happen so date. So as at the time I spoke to some of them, they had not received any official communication from the NFF secretariat that this Congress will hold on August 13th. That's number one. Number two, again, my nosy self also got my source in the ministry. There is still no official letter again from the NFF to the ministry that the Congress will hold on August 13th. So I'm now wondering where is
it coming from? Could it be a gimmick from the NFF themselves just to make sure, because a lot of people have been calling that election must come up by September, which is will actually end their term, or because a lot of Nigerians are coming out, Akwebu and all of them are saying they want to contest. Okay, is it just a way to make it look like they will do it? And
now, one of the, of course, this report will be in the papers tomorrow for Daily Trust. One of the FA chairmen, said that even before the election can hold, that Bayelsa court case must be vacated.
Yes.
That court case has not yet been vacated.
Despite the whatever they did, the press conference that they will get it out.
He said at the best of his knowledge, at least 2 different...
The ex parte order has not been quashed.
Yes, as at yesterday evening. So that has not been vacated. And until that court order is vacated before the NFF can hold the election. And have you seen PNIC or NFL write anything, come out to ask for that court case to be vacated? No.
I remember the General Secretary, Sanusi, was saying, okay, until they get the letter. But right now, somebody was saying that they know that the ex parte order holds them down because that's what they are actually clinging on. They're okay, without it, they can't do it. But a lot of the people are like saying, since the people that actually took the case to court, I say, okay, we are withdrawing it. And now that same order is still there. Could there have been an underground move?
Because, yes.
To just make sure, like we say in Nigerian parliament, and not let the other come out to make it there.
Yes, because so, now it could be a game plan by the PNIC and his
caucus.
Yeah, to ensure that, this order remains in position. And once that court case is still valid, is still on, he is still going to remain the
NFF president.
More or less like using that to elongate his tenure. And
but my question is this.
So I want to ask you a question. Congress
why can't people just have dignity enough to just say, okay, you came out. I agree, he has every right to contest. He came out and said, I am not contesting.
There was a clause that everybody is missing out. As at now. I said for now.
Yes.
That's what he said. For now,
for now.
I am not contesting.
What is for now?
at that moment he's not contesting. That means in the next minute he can change his mind.
In the next minute, you can also say he's not contesting. Why? That, as of now, doesn't have a prescribed time. As of now, now can be now and now and now.
So yeah, so that now can be now.
Yes.
In the next 3 months, after the now.
So the now that is standing that he can contest is also the same now that is standing that he cannot contest, because he came out to say it.
As at for now, I am not contesting my and I remember his words. My beautiful wife. And
My family. He mentioned his family.
My beautiful wife and my children.
He actually said family.
Yes. No. I said this in 3 different times. So I'm trying to record this one.
Okay, I put it to you that if somebody can say something 3 times, 3 different places at the same thing, that I am not contesting.
He is a fox. I know our fox are very, very trickish.
Nigeria is too big for somebody to be acting fox for Nigeria. Come on, this is not a jamboree country.
Unfortunately, and the laws in place, enables him to do what he wants to do, because those laws were skewed to in their own favor.
To favor him. Now, let me put this to you. Do you know at times what goes around, how they say it, what goes around comes around. What you plant, you're going to reap. Now, if you are doing this just because you have been able to succeed by putting some one thing or the other clause to hold you down to that power, you can't be there forever. Something will push you out, either from your own error, or somebody will be smarter than you and get this clause revert that will actually disfavor him.
What was this man, this Cameroon man that was a CAF president for
Issa Hayatou.
Issa Hayatou, was not a Pinnick himself that spearheaded
how he was removed.
How was removed.
So somebody, Galadima that was there before, he was also the person that they would know how they did it, that he got out.
So somebody behind the scene might also be working to see how they can also remove
get him out.
It will happen.
Yes.
It will happen. I don't know when, but it will happen. But as at now, the odds are in his favor.
Well, I want to tell you that as at now, things can change.
But as at now, I put to you as well too, the odds are in his favor.
We are going to say as at now till tomorrow. But to be candid, it's high time Nigerian, let me not say politicians, but administrators, but this is football now, they are the administrator. They should remember that, okay, look at the World Cup that we are not going for men. Even if they are not feeling it, but I know they will feel it, because they know how much they will have made from that particular
from government,
trip,
from private
sponsors and all that.
And
aside that,
FIFA
if we don't have football anymore, if we don't have any competition, Nigeria is not going to any competition, we are not qualifying. Let me see how they will continue to do all these things. It's because you have the athletes. It's because you have players. If everybody says today, if for example, Nigerian government says, okay, just like we did in basketball, everybody was shouting. If they say, okay, NFF, we are the one funding you, right? We are no longer funding you. We are tired of football. Let's see where it will all end. So be candid. They should remember that without Nigeria, they are nothing. Nigeria made all of us somebody. So that name alone, they should always remember whatever they say out there to people. That shows that you don't have dignity. You say something, they stand by it. Don't just say it because politically you just want to bamboozle some people to believe.
No, you are speaking on the moral grounds.
Yes, you have to be moral too.
Yes,
come on.
You're speaking,
are they not thinking of moral when the money they're supposed to pay to this athlete, they don't pay to them? Is it not moral ground?
Yeah, speaking on the moral grounds.
Yes.
But that him is speaking on a legal terms.
But the same legal the same legal ground is there.
Yes.
But when it's time to pay all these athletes, footballers, the legal ground doesn't stand.
It doesn't stand.
But they can corner money.
Definitely. So,
come on.
Which is unfortunate. But
you agree it's unfortunate?
It's unfortunate.
Come on. That's it.
Now, so you see that is statement I recall very well, even in Cameroon, when he said, myself and a few friends, as for now, he repeated again, as for now.
Like I said, as for now can stand for as for now till eternity.
So which means that he has that liberty to change his mind.
And also the same liberty
and say he wants
to not contest.
I'm not in favor of him coming back. He has spent.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Are you sure you have not gotten some? Are you sure?
No, I'm not in favor of him coming back at all. He has done 2 terms. In fact, he's the first Nigerian. He's first Nigerian that was spent.
Maybe the longest so far.
Yeah, 2 terms, 8 years, uninterrupted 8 years, and he wants to go for another 12, make 12 years. So I think it's time for us to have a fresh ideas. He's tired, so to say. And of course, he should consider his wife, his young and beautiful wife, and his children.
Oh my goodness! Look at what you are saying. He should consider his wife.
Because
wait.
Hold on first.
What about Nigeria?
Let me finish first. Let me land. Who said they miss him at home? They don't see him regularly.
They don't see him.
His children said they don't see him regularly. So you should think of his
Even the
children.
Nigerians that are watching you knows that you are not actually telling the truth. Let's actually move to the next story quickly. Our time is running.
But it's what he said.
Well, Nigerian volleyball. We have to leave football now. If we continue like this, a lot of Nigerians are not happy. If they can throw stone at you, they will. Anyway, MVBF invites players to camp ahead of the under-19 champions that will be coming up in Morocco. Good one there. We have Nigerian Volleyball Federation. That's our next story now, talking about volleyball. Well, to camp, they actually invite so many players now, about 21 of them, to camp ahead of African under-19 Nations Cup from September 1st to September 8th or thereabout. They will be competing in volleyball, but right now they'll be in camp. Let's look at the players invited so far by the Nigerian Volleyball Federation. Dusami Elam of Bayona Spikers is among the under-19 boys volleyball list. Tiamiyu Ismail of our volleyball club, Nuhu Ahmed, Adamawa Spikers, Manama Solomon, Adebayo of Joe, Spartan and Taraba Spikers, Samuel Ogbona, who plays for Plateau Rocks, Alo Taiwo, Sunshine Spikers, Emmanuel Ojile, Lagos, Ebuka Nwafo, who plays for Plateau Rocks, Andrew Philip, Ogun State, that's Abednego Hassan, also in that team, who play for Wiki Spikers, that's in Bauchi, Elisha Amedi for Chief of Naval Staff Spikers, Rahim Olayemi, Sunshine Spikers, Philip Douglas, Abdulaziz Aliu, Jubril Mora from Kwara United, Elefas Yusuf, Spartan Spikers, Mudashira Yodeji, Desmond Dome, and you have Patrick Anthony. They are all there. They'll be going to the camp now to prepare ahead of the volleyball competition coming up in Morocco by September 4th. But from now to September 4th, they'll be in camp and be ready to go places for Nigeria.
Yeah, the volleyball has been one of the bright. The federation actually has been one of the brightest federation and the vibrant federation so far in the last few years, and handball as well. To those 2 federations, they've been churning out programs here and there, and to keep athletes in shape and to see how they can also improve the fortunes of these federations. So I give kudos to the Engineer Musa Nimrod, who has done fantabulously well for that federation. To me,
you see now, you give kudos to who? Because he has done, you actually changed the English to, he said fantabulous. I don't know where you get fantabulous from.
No, Musa Nimrod is a fantastic.
Somebody said here, I still remember that if you have his chance, you will have loved that man can just swap to football and run the affairs of football the way he's running Nigerian volleyball. And I've seen a lot of people that have been commending him for what he's doing, trying to make sure Nigerian volleyball, beach volleyball, go places. Players are settled, clubs, everybody having good notion about you. That shows he's doing something well.
Yes, because he's doing
extremely
again,
well,
fantastically well.
Now that you're fantabulous, I don't know.
He's doing fantastically well for the federation, and since he came on board, the fortunes of that federation has improved drastically. Yes, able to develop. Now we don't even focus more on foreign players to come and play for us at the national level, at the senior national level, because we have talents from other.
Look at all these boys from Nigerian league.
Under 19 years, all Nigerians. I mean, all the Nigerian league under 19, under 23 about. Then of course the senior national team, and even the old ones, the older ones, well, they are still part of the team who are there to encourage the younger ones to see how they can also, pick up the paces. So it's been a very smooth transmission, facing out the old ones while bringing up the new ones to gradually take over the places of these old ones, and it's been smooth so far. And this is a federation that even when the players go for international competitions, there are no crises. Not as if everything is all smooth, but
at least to the minimum.
yes,
at least.
and everything is well managed. If the players come out smiling, if they are promised them $1,000, they get the $1,000. If they are promised $5,000, it does not go beyond whatever they are promised, and it is paid as at when due. Not that not that when you come back to Nigeria we pay you. No, it's not. It is there. Everything that they need to ensure that these athletes go to competition. So let's the MVBF, sorry, the MVBF is doing,
because people be thinking it's MPBF, it's
MVBF, volleyball is, they are doing well. They're doing well.
Seriously, you can see now you are happy. Even when you are saying it, they are doing well. They are doing well. You can see the way you are happy.
See, I'm not want to go back to that football again, but it is just unfortunate that things are the way because of the laws that guide NFF. NFF is the only agency, only federation that is an agency under the federal government. All other federations are not under. The federal government does not have the right to give them money. They can only give them out of free will. But the federal government is entitled to the loan to give NFF. They must pay them. It's like they're always in their budget. Other federations, they're not in their budget. So the laws guiding NFF is so tricky. She's so skilled, and that it like I said, it covers only. And this is where PNIC has been latching on.
And are you now saying because of that law? Wait, yes. Because of that law or whatever it is legally, there is no vacuum for that it can be brought to
until book? Those laws are taken back to the National Assembly and they reject the law and everything before this NFF crisis.
We are all alive. So let's see. Wait.
Knows these things. He's working on this.
I'm not saying you cannot contest, but what I'm saying is, if you come out to say something, why don't you just make sure at least, I've said this, let me do this, let me do that. Okay, if I don't want to even do that, let me even do better now. All these Falcons not being paid or Falcons not being paid, settle all those things. Don't let anybody, don't give the room. Do you know what surprised me most was that when the news actually came out that the Falcons are not being paid, rather being paid, and then they give them $1,000. And you were there. Find a way before the competition to make sure these things don't happen, so that nobody will be able to point accusing finger at you. You are the leadership. Everything will come back to the bulk of your table. Why don't you just find a way to quash all this before it happens?
Unfortunately, just to digress a little bit now, when issues like this happen, there's always a blame game. Now, the ministry came out and said the NFF submitted their budget.
All of them are, to me, all of them are the same.
That the ministry submitted their budgets very, very late. So now the question is, why did NFF submit their budget late? Did they not know that there was Morocco 2022 coming up?
They know.
But for a very long time. So why would now submit a budget 2 weeks? 2 weeks, and you know how workings of the government are. You cannot just get approval. Even though you get approval immediately, the
money will take time before it will arrive.
Okay, you're in our office now. You ask for some, excuse me, you have for money from the office to go to do something. The money doesn't come out that same day. It has to go through processes. So I do expect, and the government is a very large. Of course, they have lots of responsibility. Before it gets to the president.
The bureaucracy is longer. It takes time.
So why would not send your budget 2 weeks to the competition when you could have sent it 4-5 months earlier?
Now, somebody now asks a question. If that is the case, that NFL refused to came late by 2 weeks, are you telling me that the federal ministry too are not aware that they are going for Morocco 2022?
No.
Because that person asked the question, okay, can't you just, NFF, we are not hearing from you. What's happening? Morocco 2022. So nothing yet.
I'm not defending the ministry. What if the ministry had asked the NFF to send a budget and they delayed, probably trying to. But the NFF also have issues. You claim you are semi-autonomous. And
you are still running to
you can almost
stand alone.
90% stand alone, and you have 19 different sponsors. Only God knows how much this sponsor, because you can't tell me they're just sponsoring for free. It's GSC Motors.
Then why are you now waiting for the ministry or running to them 2 weeks to the event? That's where I said whatever law that is giving you the chance to continue to do all this, the same law where is going to get the money from the NFF? They should also find a way to turn the law around to make sure that money stops. Because it's because the money is coming that all these unnecessary things are happening.
It is compulsory and it's a right for the government to fund NFF, being an agency.
The same NFF or Nigerian government should do something about making sure the money doesn't come anymore.
Then the law should go back to the National Assembly. The act.
It can be done.
That's the only solution.
It can be done, and all these unnecessary things.
But that's the only federation in Nigeria that was backed by the Act of Parliament. If they can take that law back to the Parliament and revise it, then all these crises in the federation will reduce the burden. But as far as that book still exists today. That Act of Parliament still exists today. And
then some set of people use it to just siphon fund and make sure Nigeria doesn't...
Even the constitution as a whole, the Nigerian constitution as a whole has issues. The people are clamoring for, let them rejig the constitution. So it is the same thing with the NFF Act. Until that act is, rejigged or reversed, whatever it is, the crisis in NFF will still remain the way it is.
Which also the Nigerian football will get the light of the day. It's really not so good for Nigeria. Despite a lot of talent that abide in this country, we still do things not in the proper way, where a whole country will have to suffer due to the excesses of some Nigerians. Well, from there we move away. Let's talk about the Nigerian Professional Football League, NPFL. The league transfers will be opening by August 1st. To September 30, good 50 or thereabout, 60 days thereabout, to do transfers. A lot of players will be moving from one club to the other, some from the NPFL to moving to other clubs, while others will be coming from the NNL, Nigerian National League, Nigerian Nationwide League One. They will be moving straight down to the big boys level to play football.
I have one issue with when it comes to transfer season with the NPFL. That's because most times you don't really get to even know the players.
They don't even open it up.
How can I be calling the media officer of a particular club
to know who and who they've acquired?
Give me gist, give me information about. It's either you call the call, you don't reply messages, but then you come on Twitter and be
writing,
pontificating. But give me raw gist that I cannot leave Abuja to start coming because I want to get information. That's why we have mobile phones or something. So it is annoying that these clubs, they don't reveal
most of these deals.
Yes, because sometimes they're shrouded in secrecy, and because of the corruption as well.
It's still corruption.
It's still corruption.
Some of these transfers don't allow you to get to the TMS.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
The normal, through the rights.
Yes.
Then at times, just because they don't want people to know what they are doing underground, they tell the media officer, don't talk. Look at players. At times, you want to interview players. Players will say, no, I don't understand English. Okay,
yes,
speak yours, whatever you can speak. They say, no, they say we should not talk to press. How do we know about your club? If you don't want, and you are the one that will be saying, they don't take any talk.
Yeah, they're owing money, they don't pay me, they're paying me.
Then the club will say they are not talking about our league. How do they talk about it when you are not ready to allow people to actually know what is happening concerning your team?
I'm in Africa, I'm in Nigeria right now, but I'm aware of different deals going on in Europe. Because the clubs,
it's open.
They're revealing. The only player I know right now in Premier League, in Nigeria Premier League, is Rafi Ishak.
Because of the issue that has to do with.
Because he's going to Europe.
And now, even the going to Europe has been, Rivers United are saying they are not aware of the move to Maribo. You see, they said they are not aware.
But
they are taking the matter up because now somebody somewhere reported it that he has signed with the Slovenia club.
Yes.
And now, yesterday, Rivers United came up that they don't know anything about his move to Maribo. He only absconded. He's on a wall.
How many players have you seen absconded? That's the end.
Do you know it's very common to Nigerian league that you always hear a war, player on a war. How many times do we always hear a war? And later, this award, by the time they get the normal money, the clubs won't say anything again. You just see them keeping quiet. And you'll be wondering, the same club that have been crying foul that the players actually absconded. The same club will keep quiet. You'll be wondering,
because
the players disappeared or what?
Few dollars have entered the account now.
Now, do you know what? I saw that when Rivers United said, okay, they will take the matter up until the necessary thing is done. Yeah, and I laughed.
The necessary thing is done that come and pay his fees. Come and pay his transfer fees.
Goodness.
And their myopic thinking is that this transfer fees is probably $150,000 or $200,000. change the contract. Say, okay, you're not a player. Bring $1 million at least.
They will pay. They know what they've seen.
But their myopic thinking is that $200,000. By the time they convert to naira, is
the next thing to think of naira.
Is naira.
That's a social amount of millions.
Millions. But build them $1 million. So, call a few. Yeah, let's renegotiate your contract. Okay, your transfer fee, no, is anybody that wants to buy it now must buy your contract, which worth at least $1 million. That's a huge revenue for them. But they are taking on $50,000, $100,000 transfer fees. What's that?
Then by the time the money comes, maybe they don't even they only little will come to the state government that are paying the dues.
They might tell us in public that it was sold for $50,000. Meanwhile, maybe records will tell us
100,000.
So they'll corner the $50,000 to them. So we know these things. It's just that sometimes there are no proof to this.
That's why they don't allow it to go through the TMS. They make sure it doesn't go through the normal transfer system so that they can be able to shield some money.
The Nigerian Football League as a whole is extremely, football in Nigeria as a whole is extremely corrupt.
We just have to do the right thing. Even the MPFL transfer that will be opening August 1st, it will be very difficult to get the players that are moving from one club to the other, especially those who are moving abroad. We just have to do something about this to do the right thing at the right time.
So I remember 2 seasons ago, a player in the Rivers United that went to Europe. All along, I even thought it was still Nigeria. I was trying to call him, Alpha, now give me Jesus. What's the latest gist about?
Already he has moved to Europe.
Say, guy, you don't know Sadok come out. So guy, when you go Europe, it's not Europe, it's in Saudi. When did you go to Saudi? About last season. I didn't know now. And there was no news about
secret transfer. Maybe you should just name MPFL secret transfer. Well, quickly before we go, Benfica said €20 million price tag on left back Alex Grimaldo. Look at the way we are talking about it because it's open. You can find all this online. You can get all this, and now we are picking them because somebody somewhere opened it up. Or our own league, everything's always increased. Well, Benfica said €20 million price tag on left back Alex Grimaldo, wanted by Manchester City. And the last one says Manchester United are still hopeful of signing midfielder. They are hopeful of signing midfielder Frenkie de Jong from Barcelona. This has been going on off and on for weeks now. And this particular dude now, he said he's not going to Man United. If you pay him his money, maybe he can move.
If I have the chance to speak with Frankie or something, I will advise him to go to Man U. Just leave because now they're going to rubbish him. They're going to rubbish him because the club wants him out, like earlier, so that they're able to register some of these players. And Ten Hag is his former coach. He needs him in Man U. He'll be well loved by his former coach.
He should move to Man U. But maybe he's afraid of, no, I don't want to go to Man U because of the way things were. But now things are changing.
See, we have players who can die for their coaches. Michael Essien can die for Mourinho.
A lot of them, even
Eto'o. So there are coaches that they owe you adore so much. And please, just do the need and go to Man U. I mean, you'll be fine. We're respected and loved there.
Let's see what's going to happen concerning Frenkie de Jong there, and also Man City pursuing Grimaldo from Benfica, €20 million. That will be it on 360 Sport on Trust TV. Jide Olusola has been here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.